Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Brandon here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Eric, and he's selling his affiliate, Amazon Associates, and advertising business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Eric, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you about this business you've created. But before we get into the details, let's go into a quick summary. So it is an affiliate, Amazon Associates, and advertising business in the medical niche, created in June 2018. The average monthly revenue for the business is $2,713 and makes an average of $2,622 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 47733. to learn more about this business, or you can unlock this listing and start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. Now that I've given a general overview of the business, what's included in the sale is the primary domain and all site content and files, an additional domain used as a 301 redirect, an email list with over 700 subscribers, social media accounts for Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram, and an outsourced writer contract. So, Eric, can you tell me a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, so this is actually my second website. I started it back in 2018. I got really interested in creating an online revenue stream that could provide a source of passive income after upfront work was put in. And so this is kind of my second round at building these types of websites. And yeah, I love it.
Okay. So how does this business then primarily make money? I noticed you have a couple different monetizations that are generating the revenue.
Yeah, so it primarily makes money through affiliates, advertising, Amazon Associates. I have quite a few different affiliate options to choose from when it comes to promoting products on the website. I get messages pretty frequently from companies offering to start partnerships with me, but I've kind of narrowed it down to a few select brands that I resonate with the most. And then I also have I have people messaging me about advertising opportunities on the website and partnerships of that nature. So that makes up a percentage of the revenue. And then, of course, Amazon Associates.
Okay. And then which one do you feel stands out more than the others as far as generating the most revenue for the business?
So definitely affiliate marketing is the main revenue driver. I think this is just because it's the most passive way for me to kind of run the business. I could have put a little bit more effort into getting more advertising opportunities and following up with more people, and it could drive a bit more revenue, but I don't really have the time to do that. And so I've just been mainly just keeping it to affiliate as the main chunk of revenue driving.
Okay. Now, so why choose this specific niche? Was there something in the past that you discovered while doing some product research and saw a great opportunity to scale a business from there?
Yeah, so this niche, it's very personal to me. My grandma had really some medical conditions, and she was taking some certain medications, and my niche is focused around a more of a holistic type of supplement. And I, saw what it did for my grandma when she switched over to it, and it really changed her life and took her off high strength, opioid medications and brought her back from being a lifeless zombie. So it just, had a really personal resonation with me. And then seeing where the industry was going, this niche has a very bright future. It's something that's, already kind of taking off and is starting to be everywhere out there right now in society. There's so many companies popping up about it, and it's a very popular and up-and-coming niche. So I knew that, getting into this space, it's not something that is just going to die off, and it's a trend that's going to, go away after a couple of years. I built it being confident that it's going to be only growing for, the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see the evergreen niche of this, whole product and this business you're, basing this niche off of. And yeah, a lot of opportunity for, anyone potentially looking at this asset and doing their due diligence. And, why is it at this time then, Eric, are you deciding to sell the business?
Yeah, so it wasn't an easy decision to sell it. Like I said, this site the asset has a lot of personal value to me. But at this time, I have a full-time job. I'm working on other stuff. I don't really have, the time to put what I would want into the website. I think that the passion that I had for the website kind of has dwindled over the, last year, month, and I'm just really eager to start working on some of the other things that I have going on. And although the money does come in, very passively right now, I feel like if I'm going to hold on to this, I should at least have the plan to, try to do more to it. And right now I just don't really have the passion for it.
Okay, yeah, I understand. And is there anything that you learned while growing this business that you might apply to future businesses down the road?
Yeah, I think one thing that I've, learned is writing good content is king. And especially in the medical niche, what I've found is when you write content, you want to at least have a contributor or some sort of, professional, author on the article, because it's, Google came out with these new updates called EAT, I think it's called, mainly just wanting to make sure that your website is an authoritative figure with the stuff that you're talking about. And they get more serious with that when you get into the medical niche. And so I'd say that, connecting with professionals who I actually have a lot of connections with right now that I'm more than happy to connect the future owner of this asset to, with lawyers and doctors and pharmacists and stuff. And so I think partnering with them would be, something that I would have done from the very beginning if I had known.
Yeah, no, it's a really great opportunity actually for a potential buyer looking at this business to already have those resources kind of already in the pipeline, ready for them to really grow this business as well. And now, was there anything that you tried with this business and it just didn't give you the ROI that you were expecting?
In what way?
Say, maybe put a little bit too much effort in Amazon Associates and it didn't give you the ROI you were expecting, or maybe, trying some other type of marketing and didn't really give you the results you were hoping for?
Yeah, so I actually started off pretty heavily with Amazon Associates. That was like my main revenue driver. But after, I think mid last year or something, maybe mid end last year, I started switching over to other affiliate type of offers and working with companies more directly. And so, yeah, I think initially putting everything into Amazon Associates, because there are products that are relevant for the niche on Amazon, but the commissions that you get are, pretty minimal compared to what you can get from other, external affiliate sources.
Yeah, that makes sense to lower the margins on what you're getting from, those affiliate offers as well, increase the margins from what they're offering you for the commission. But yeah, diversifying your affiliate networks is always really important. So it's good that you have that set up. Now, so where does the majority of your traffic come from then? Is most of it coming through organic search, or is there other sources leading into that traffic as a whole?
Yeah, so I don't run any ads on the website. It's mainly through organic search. Some of it is through Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. I was running Pinterest pretty heavily, probably, 6 months ago or something like that. And it was, I was getting a really substantial amount of traffic from Pinterest, but, I didn't have the time to maintain it. So I kind of just let it run. So I still get some, trickling traffic from Pinterest, but there's a lot of opportunity for someone who has expertise or just who'd be willing to, put in work on the social channels to kind of drive that back up. But, some of it is direct, but a majority of it right now is organic.
Okay. And then what about the email list? Are you doing anything with that as far as newsletters or any upsells or marketing funnels for those?
No. And so this is another really big opportunity for someone. I believe I have probably 860 email subscribers right now. I haven't really monetized them that much. I have, like 2,000 push notification subscribers. I haven't really done much with it. There's a lot of opportunity to do newsletters and upselling and stuff like that. I haven't really had the time to do that and just had the will to do that. But, it's a really big area of opportunity. And I just installed a new chatbot system on the website. And since I've been doing that, I, created a chatbot funnel that has been increasing my conversions and getting me probably, it can be 3 to 5 to 10 new email subscribers every single day, because it does get a substantial amount of traffic, or a good amount of traffic. So there are, a lot of consumers coming on the website who have, questions about this, questions about that, or who are just looking to purchase product, or who want to sign up for the newsletter. But there is a pretty big backlog of people going through that chatbot who have very specific questions, which one thing that I have done is I've sold leads to professionals like a pharmacist, that when people come in and are asking about a specific topic, I'll refer them over, or give all their contact information over to the pharmacist, and he'll follow up with them for consultations. And, he might try to upsell them on certain products or something like that. But there's a lot of opportunity for someone who wants to, dig into that and really monetize the existing list through, products or courses. There's a lot of, I have it monetized through a lot of different ways. And there's a lot of opportunity with building up the list and segmenting and doing what you want with the leads.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of opportunities to capitalize on, online, offline, and, a lot of other monetization methods you could implement as well. So yeah, that's really great. Now, hypothetically speaking, Eric, if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways that you would personally try and grow it?
Yeah, so the ways that I would personally try to grow it is I would probably work more closely with some of the professionals regarding, contributing with content. And then I, mentioned before, I think there's a lot of opportunity for people to leverage the daily traffic that's coming in and getting created in the list. Also think I get advertising opportunities pretty frequently coming in through my contact form box, and, I won't check it for weeks sometimes, and I'll, go back and get it every once in a while. But I think if someone is pretty diligent and on top of sifting through all the opportunities that come through the inbox, I think there's a lot of opportunities there. Of course, creating new content. And yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity for people who just, want to leverage the existing audience that I have. But yeah.
Now, can you go through some of the typical tasks that you're doing on a weekly basis for the business at this time?
Yeah. So what I do now is it's really fast and simple. I have a one writer who writes an article, maybe few times a month, and he writes an article, uploads it to WordPress as a draft, and then tells me how many words it is, and then I, pay him his amount, and then I just publish the article, and that's literally it. It's super quick, super fast. I'm realistically only spending a couple hours a month doing that, and it's, really passive.
Okay. So do you think that there's any specific skill set that a potential buyer should already have prior to acquiring this asset? Or do you feel most of it can be figured out or learned during the transition period?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's really, anyone could do this. I kind of set up a process. So it's very simple. The guy just goes straight into the WordPress account, puts it right in the, post page where it's saved as a draft. He fills out all the necessary, categories and everything that you would need to know that might be a little complicated. He does all that, and then he sends you a message with how much words it was. And so all you have to do is go into the account, press publish, and then just, send him the money for how many words it was. So anyone could really pick this up pretty quickly.
Okay, it's good to hear. And then what do you feel are maybe some of the potential risks associated with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
Yeah. So, with any business that receives traffic from Google, you're always at risk for algorithm updates and changes. And so this is something that I have experienced in this niche. And, you have to be pretty diligent and kind of make sure the content that you're putting out is quality content, and you're not just throwing words on the paper and, hoping it sticks. And then also, being in the medical niche, you want to have disclaimers on the things that you're saying, or at least, have it cite it, or have professionals saying it for you. And so I do have a lot of these on the website right now, but, the risk always with Google traffic is that Google will have an algorithm update. And so even though that this has happened a couple times on the website here and there, it hasn't ever affected my revenue driving pages to the website. It's probably spread out with at least, 10 to 15 maybe 20 pages that drive the revenue split pretty evenly across them. And so those pages haven't been affected. I put a lot of work and effort to make it very high quality content. And so the rankings have been maintained through any sort of traffic drop that might have happened due to a Google algorithm update. A lot of the pages that did end up getting hit or the traffic that got lost was through some low quality content that wasn't driving any revenue to the business. So yeah, just something to be aware of for any potential buyer.
Yeah, that's pretty typical, I guess, for most content sites anyways, Google always being one of the biggest risks or, potential issues down the road. But now, Eric, are you willing to commit to a non-compete, meaning, any businesses or future projects you get into, you'll stay out of this specific niche?
Yeah, totally willing. I think I had my fun in this niche and, I'm ready to move on to something else.
And then how much support are you willing to offer potential buyers? Are you going with the typical 30 days of email and Skype support, or did you have something in addition that you would like to add on to that?
I can, do 30 days email, Skype support, as many calls as I'm available to do. I mean, I would do even 45 days. So, open to a conversation about that.
Yeah, it's really great to hear. And just a few more sideline questions for you, Eric. Is there anyone who inspired you while you were building this business that our listeners might like as well?
Yeah, there is. So there's two people who actually have kind of inspired me throughout my journey. One of them is Doug Cunnington from, I believe it's Niche Site Project. Watched a lot of his videos about how to do keyword research, KGR, and then learning about how to make quality content. And then also from Income School. Yeah, those guys are pretty cool. I like watching their videos. They're very motivational, kind of make it kind of seem pretty cool to be in this business of building websites. Not super common, but it's cool to see that they, do this pretty much full time and have success with it and have a lot of fun. So yeah, those two are the people that have been my people I've looked up to during this process and learned from.
Yeah, no, it's really great. And, I'm sure our listeners can take some value from looking those guys up as well. And what advice would you give to our listeners that you wish you knew when you started this business?
Just my business in general, or just the business of creating websites?
Just, I guess, creating websites in general.
So I would say that, expect that it's going to take a while. When you come into something like this, you don't want to have any expectations that, you got to get it done in 6 months, or it's going to start making money in 6 months, or it's going to start making money in a year. I started this website, I think it was 2018 in the summer or something, and it didn't start making money for 9 months after that. And so you kind of have to blindly trust in the process. But you have to make sure that you're, one, writing good quality content. It has to be long form content. You have to make sure that you have, you have to know the keyword that you're writing the piece of content about. You have to have it placed in certain things. There's certain technical, pieces that you got to make sure you have with like the alt text and the images and the URL string name. And then, also being kind of aware of the power of getting good backlinks on websites is pretty good. And then also not really worrying too much and getting caught up in the little things. I think a lot of people, especially people that I've talked to about what I do and who have, been interested in it or have thought about it, one of the main, say, excuses or reasons why they don't want to do it is because they say, oh, I can't build a website. That's, too hard. I don't know how to code. And, I didn't know how to code when I started building the website. And it's not something that takes a bunch of coding. It's a lot easier than people think, and don't let that intimidate you. And when you're starting a website, don't think that it has to be very fancy, and don't spend thousands and thousands of dollars on someone building and designing a website for you. Just make the bare bones, homepage, you got the menus, buyer's guide, reviews, all of that stuff. Just do the bare minimum and then just write good content. You don't want to spend a bunch of money into a website design, but then find out the niche you're in is a bad niche to be in. So, just start out with the bare bones. Don't worry about how the website looks. Just get the content up on the website, give it enough time to get out of the Google sandbox and start ranking. And then, just, trust in the process.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. And the whole learning process, too, also prepares you for any issues down the road. And that's always a great thing about building it from scratch. But, also kind of the risk and the issue of not knowing whether or not the business will generate money is always on the back end of everything. But was there any software or tools that really helped you to get to, the level that this business has gotten?
Not really. I'd say, I built it through WordPress. I've got X theme as my theme on there. I don't really think that made much of a difference. I really didn't do much in terms of software or anything. I think the chatbot that I put on there is actually a game changer. Before I had experimented with pop-ups on the website, but then, pop-ups are annoying and I wanted to do everything I could to keep people from having a negative user experience. So then I would only have like an email subscriber thing where they could just see it and then type in their email and subscribe. And before the chatbot, I'd probably get like, 1 or 2 people a week to sign up for my email list. And then after I added this chat bot, I'm, getting like could be 5 to 10 a day, depending on the day. And I think that has been a real game changer in terms of software and has been the thing that, has really helped propel the business. And also adding, push notifications, adding that ability, that's sending a notification straight to someone's device. And it's a very powerful tool. Whenever I have run campaigns or thrown an affiliate link into and sent it out to people, I always, get a lot of extra revenue that day. So for someone who really knows what they're doing and the types of offers and, all of that, I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, definitely. Even just some of the other features that you've just started implementing in the business model really makes it a great opportunity for those looking to capitalize on this potential. So why do you think that this business model is great for those who are maybe just getting started into the online business space?
Okay, yeah. And so, the affiliate is pretty, as I mentioned just previously, it's relatively passive. Everything is kind of set up. There's a lot of different ways that the business could make money, whatever your strength is. If you want to learn how to get, more skilled at developing advertising relationships, you can do that. If you want to, learn how to leverage Amazon Associates more, you can do that. If you want to, learn how to, get more involved with affiliate sales, you can do that. And it's, the affiliate sales are broken up into like courses. I work with, people who sell courses related to this niche. So, B2B type of affiliate sales as well as B2C. You can get experience with both of those. And so, yeah, I just think it's kind of set up in a way that anyone who really, whatever they want to learn, or even if they want to keep it running as it is passively, it's set up to do that too.
Yeah, no, a lot of opportunity there. And, just final question to wrap this up, Eric, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think that this business is worth buying?
I think this business is worth buying just because of the niche too. The niche is very up and coming, and it's not very common to see websites in this niche at the level that this website is at. I think that it's had a lot of success and continued success and consistent success. And so, for the right person, I think this would be an invaluable asset. And then everything is, like I said, set up. It's very passive. There's, not a lot of overhead or work that you have to do. And so, I just think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, completely. And was there anything else that you'd like to share, Eric, that I might have missed during this call?
I don't think so. Yeah. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me or through Empire Flippers or however this works, but more than happy to answer any questions through this process. And, after you check it out, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate you coming on the call today, Eric. And I'm sure any potential buyers that are looking at this listing as well can see, a real gold mine of an opportunity here to capitalize on. So that's great. Really appreciate you coming on the call, Eric. And we'll be talking to you soon and hopefully get this listing sold for you here in the near future.
All right, Brandon. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And all right, everyone. So thanks for listening. To learn more and to see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 47733. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.